Okay, guys, let's continue on with this LDS temples being the temples of Satan. Today, we're going to talk about the garments. That's the underwear that the LDS people are required to wear. And we're going to talk about the new name. So, first off, with the new name, when you go to the LDS temple for the first time, you get your new name. And this is a special name between you and God. Some people look to see if it's symbolic or something. But it's supposed to be biblical because in the book of Revelation, they say that the righteous people will get a new name, but it's only a name that you and God know. So they perverted that right off the bat because there are only about 31 or 32 names that get swashed around and sloshed around, right? There's actually a website now that if you know when somebody went through the temple, you can get on that website and find out what their new name is. And also, if you went through the temple with your sister or whoever you went through, as far as if you're female, you know the females. If you're male, you know the males. Okay, you don't know everybody's. But if you go through with your sister, you know what her new name is now. You and everybody that went through, because everybody that goes through the temple on a certain day, they all get the same name. Nothing special. Not biblical. Not biblical. Your new name will be some name that only you and God know. So put that one to bed. Now, the temple garments are another thing. You get the temple underwear garments when you go through initiatory. And when you put these on, you are told that they are to be a shield and a protection against the powers of the destroyer until your work on the earth is finished. That sounds really good, right? Except my brain started unraveling, and I asked one time, I said, if this is supposed to be a protection until your work on the earth is finished, why are we putting them on dead people? Because to me, that's logical, right? Well, the poor temple lady, she gave me the perfect answer, and that was to talk to the temple president. Yeah, got out of that one, didn't she? Well, the other problem about that being the shield and a protection is if it's Satan's temple, who is the destroyer of Satan's work? Oh, that would be Jesus Christ. Yeah, you're going to put on a shield and a protection because I promise you, listen to my words. Christ does not need things of this world manufactured in this world to protect his children. He is not in the least bit concerned about protecting you from Satan. Not in the least. Second of all, the markings on those underwear, those garments. The V, which they tell you is the compass, that is Lucifer's sigil. Look it up. V's, V's, V's everywhere. Lucifer's sigil. You put that on your body willingly, sometimes thankfully. He has full and direct access to you. Okay, a sigil is a doorway between realms, a doorway, full access to you. Now, the square looks a lot like Lilith's sigil, but not exactly like it. Could be that, could be not. Now, Lilith is a whole nother thing to open up, so we won't talk about that now. But if you're wearing Lucifer's sigil, he is going to want you wearing that day and night, 24 hours a day, because he's kind of a control freak, And I have heard during the tithing settlement, they have asked you if you're wearing your garments night and day, but for sure, they ask you at your temple recommend interviews every 2 years. And I don't understand how they have the gall to ask you about your underwear habits. So just know that Christ can protect his own without man-made clothing. And I, for one, I was faithful. I was so faithful LDS. I was cringy. I kid you not. I was a cringy Mormon. And when I took those off, a whole new world opened for me. No, it was not Satan's world, guys. I am so close to Christ right now. So close. I feel his spirit every day, during the day. I don't have to worry about Christ being with me and protecting me. And I know there's grandmas that say, well, so-and-so caught on fire and it stopped right where his garments were. And I'll counteract that with, we have a whole state full of faithful Mormons, or we'll say Mormons, who wear those garments night and day, and they're still dying in car crashes. They're still cheating on their spouses. They're still looking at pornography. Those garments are doing nothing to protect you against the power of the destroyer. I 100% believe that when they say the power of the destroyer in Satan's temple, they're meaning they're going to stop you from Jesus's power coming into you. You are wearing Lucifer's sigil on your chest. Please study, go find out. Please open your eyes. Take those garments off, cut every agreement you had with those garments, with your temple ceremonies, anything you came into agreement with, cut it off. And you have to do that verbally. You have to do that in prayer. Otherwise, he's got you. He's got a doorway into you because you knowingly and willingly took it on. So you decide. You decide. You have the information. You will be held accountable for the information that you have. And I hope you guys can study. The Spirit can lead you to the right answers. And while you're traveling, remember, it's Jesus Christ who is the way, the truth, and the life. And also remember that Jesus didn't put garments on any of his apostles. No, they were out on their own. So if you say you're restoring the temple garments, first they had to have been part of the gospel in the first place. So please take those garments off. Please follow Jesus Christ. He is the way. Till next time.